morning, Andy here from GDMFX, Senior Account Manager. We start with the North American markets. We had ISM Manufacturing PMI 0.4 worse than expected at 52.6. ISM prices paid 5 worse than expected at 55. Market Manufacturing PMI SAP at 52.9. Construction spending 1.1% worse than expected at negative 0.6%. Dallas Fed President Robert Kaplan said a rate hike at the Fed's next policy meeting in September was very much on the table, but the remarks failed to elicit any notable gains for the dollar. Dow 6 points down, Nasdaq 16 points up, Dixie Index up to 95.68 from 95.61, USD Loonie 65 pips up, USD Swiss franc sideways to the downside today, and USD JPY is going sideways. Later today we will have personal consumption expenditures price index month on month and year on year, core personal consumption expenditure price index month on month and year on year, personal income month on month, personal spending RBC manufacturing PMI as well. And we move to the European markets. We had German market manufacturing PMI 0.1 better than expected. European zone market manufacturing PMI 0.1 better than expected. And Germany stocks were mixed after the close on Monday. At the close in Frankfurt, the DAX lost 0.07%. Euro USD was up 0.01% to 1.1175, while Euro GBP rose 0.22% to 0.8466. Today we will have Swiss retail sales, European zone producer price index. UK markets, we had market manufacturing PMI 0.9 worse than expected at 48.2. FTSE 100 lost 90 points and closed at 6,618 yesterday. Pound USD 30 pips down, Pound Yen 38 pips down, Pound Aussie 97 pips up, Pound Loonie 43 pips up, Pound Kiwi closed on a doji yesterday, Pound Swiss franc 50 pips down, and today we will have PMI Construction from the UK. We move to Asian and Pacific markets. We had Japanese monetary base year on year for July fell 24.7% versus previous 25.4%. Japanese consumer confidence index dropped with 0.5 points at 41.3, and Australian interest rate cut to 1.5% from previous 1.75%. Australia's trade balance declined to negative 3.9 million versus a negative 2 million forecast. Exports falling with 2% to negative 1%, and imports remain at 2%. Nikkei E74 up, Pound Yen 40 pips down, USD Yen Doji, Euro Yen Doji, Aussie Yen 66 pips down. Kiwi versus the Yen 25 pips down, no events for today, and we move to commodities. The S&P 500 index range of 16 points at 2,167 now. Gold had a range of $8 yesterday at 1,349 at the moment. Silver range of 34 cents at 20.39. Crude oil had $2 range down to 40.09 this morning. Natural gas trading at 2.75 at the moment, range of 11 cents. Gold prices were slightly lower in the North American trade on Monday after data showed that US construction spending fell for a third straight month. Oil prices fell back towards April lows in North American trade yesterday, reapproaching bear market territory as signs of increasing production in the US and rising output among members of the OPEC countries. Thank you. Today we will have the API weekly crude oil stock. Have a successful week.